So what we want to do now is want to play the key parts that Kenny Smith laid out, and then we're going to come back and really get into his comments. Take a listen to Kenny Smith here.
Because you make a $5 million, $10 million, $15 million doesn't mean that you're worth that. It's just the demand of that. But how did that demand get created? Like, so I see players today who have holes in their game, not millions, a lot of holes in their games, but they make $20 million. And I have a saying, it's hard to work hard when you're sleeping in silk robes. So they don't understand that they're not really that good. And that's what I hate when I see the podcast and they're like, oh, this generation is that. This generation of basketball players are very good individually and very good talent, but also the Globetrotters were well.
Oh my
wow,
goodness.
this is no, I can't let you do this. Come back. No. I can't let you do that. That's crazy.
DeMarcus Haynes could slide on the floor and dribble through his legs.
Oh my goodness. This dude said
and Goose Gibbons could throw it from half court.
The Globetrotter
and Metal Lock Lemon. Curly Neal had the handle.
That's what we doing?
No, I'm just
saying. So now you have to refocus of the thought. Like, that is a very appealing to watch.
Yeah.
But there's a content of excellence that gets you the basket. There's a content of excellence. No matter how many times I pop, it always comes down to a 1-2 pull-up.
Yeah.
It comes down to one. Can you do a 1-2 pull-up? That's it. So I could have done all of that and just go 1-2 pull-up. It just comes down to that. So their ignorance.
Look that way. You ain't got to tell me.
Their ignorance of what it is. Like, wait, let me say this. They go, oh, and it wasn't athletic. I'm like, wait a minute. Larry Nance is more athletic than Larry Nance Jr.
Preach.
Yeah.
You think about that. You telling me that our era wasn't athletic. The dad is more athletic than the son.
I'm with you, but I gotta push back a little bit, man. It's only basketball. Basketball is the only sport that has this type of mentality. Because we don't see Tom Brady and say, oh, he can't be better than whoever. Any all-time
Johnny Unitas?
Yeah, he can't be better than Johnny Unitas. He's not getting touched. Like, he can't be better than Joe Montana. He's not getting sacked. We don't hear that. We give Tom Brady his flowers. But when it comes to basketball, we constantly hear about, oh, it's a comparison between today's players and the players of the 80s.
But I think that
90s.
comparison started initially with us on salary. Okay. It wasn't skill level. It was like, yo, these dudes are getting paid, the older school guys, not even us, because we caught it like the generational wealth. But they were like, yo, the salaries are crazy. Yeah. This guy's not. So that's what they were talking about when they were comparing it. Then the new school said, oh, no, we talking talent. We better than you. I'm like, bro, no, you're not. Like, you wouldn't start on our team. Like, you couldn't start.
This
guy argued with me. I said Nick Van Exel is a max player today, averaging 20 plus points.
Nick Van Exel will be a max player. He's a guy who can shoot the three.
I didn't really argue that. I didn't argue that. Nick Van Exel is an amazing player, and he probably would be a max player.
So my logic of today, when I listen, I look at it with, I understand because you haven't lived it. You know, you haven't lived that moment when Michael Jordan was scoring the baskets. So you can't see it. But I've lived the moment even when LeBron was playing Detroit and he had 20, I think it was 30 straight points. I lived that moment. Mm-hmm. I lived the moment of what Joker's doing. I understand all the moments. But the skill level, because you can shoot the ball from half court and it goes in, doesn't make you an impactful player. It doesn't. And there are certain guys that can translate in each era, for sure. But there are guys who are average players that think that they would have translated to be great players, and it's insane. Sometimes I get this. Kenny talks like he was that guy. I was that guy.
Yeah.
No, I was. And
yeah.
I'm going to say this. If there was a party that everybody who won an NBA championship, I'd be at that party.
Yeah.
Comfortably.
If there was a party where everybody had back-to-back championships, I'd be at that party too.
Yeah.
If there was a party where everybody who won college basketball player of the year, I was basketball times player of the year in college basketball, I'd be at that party. If there was a party and they said the best 50 players of high school basketball that ever played, McDonald's All-American sent me a ball, like voted me one of the top 30. I'd be at that party too. So I've been at a lot of parties. So like, yeah, I've seen a lot of people, and I've seen the great people in those parties. So you're just average, bro. Like, you're average.
Yeah.
You were average then. You'd been average then.
This dude, what are you drinking? Is that an energy drink? Did we slip something
You
in this
wouldn't have
energy
been
drink?
great. You wouldn't have been great because you could shoot the three.
That's what I'm talking
We would have
about.
covered you. We would have guarded you at the 3-point line.
Man,
Now, and the average player in our era wouldn't have been.
Yeah.
Let me take that back. An average player in our era, because of the rule changes, could have been better because it's a scoring lead now. Where you come with, there was no, Jack, was there a term called two-way player when we played?
No.
If you didn't play two ways, you couldn't play. There's no such thing as, oh, he's a two-way player. Because there were very few specialists. So like now you could be a specialist and get $15 million and you're looking at your salary and say, I'm good. No, you're not.
Yeah.
You're just a specialist that shot the ball. Like, no, you didn't.
Can you imagine guys trying to guard you without being able to hand check you?
Okay.
I threw the lob. Now I'm out.
The hand check rule is the single rule why I feel that players in that era would be better players. It's not because they worked harder or whatever. It's just the rule. Because when you play hand check, right? I could get up.
Yeah,
I can stand up. Okay. If you hand check,
Our last guest couldn't.
okay.
That was Dave. That was Dave.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
So I'm gonna let that go. If you're hand checking me, and this is my camera.
Yep.
This is my camera. Yeah. Okay. So he's hand checking me. I have to, because he's hand checking, I have to turn this way.
Yeah.
Without the hand check, I can face up here. Now I become a better passer because I have, my peripheral is now at 75 degrees, where here it's at 50.
Yeah.
I'm a better passer because I can see more. I'm a better ball handler because I can play with it. You can't touch me. I'm a better shooter because now my feet are squared up to the rim. Here, I have to turn and you can see me turn.
Yeah.
Now I can, hey.
So you heard what Kenny had to say. Bro, at one point, he called today's NBA players globetrotters. Do you know how hilarious that is? It's hilarious, but it's also appropriate. I like when he said it, I was like, man, that's such a good characterization, of these guys. I was like, wow, he perfectly, laid it out. Look, he brought up some very, very